Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bryan Burnett from Before You Buy and Twit, and today I'm taking a look at the Braven BRV-BANK. This is a 6,000 milliamp smart, ultra-rugged portable battery. What makes it smart? It has Bluetooth, which I'll get into in a sec. But just taking a look at the exterior case of the Braven, it has a rubber matte finish that's easy to grip. Definitely feels tough. It's water resistant, so it has a rubber flap covering the USB ports. There's two buttons, one to power it on and the other to activate the Bluetooth. As for ports, the battery pack has two USBs, one that outputs 5 volts at 2.4 amps, and another for 5 volts at 1 amp, so one you can use for your iPad or your mobile device. There's also an in micro USB port for charging the battery back up, and a nifty USB adapter with a flashlight on the end of it. So what you can do with this is plug it into your battery pack and have a flashlight that you can activate through the mobile app. And it's fairly bright. So for accessing some more of the bells and whistles of the Braven, you'll need to download the app. Turning on Bluetooth and connecting to the device is pretty simple, and then once you've done that, you'll be presented with a user interface showing the amount of charge left in the battery, along with being able to toggle on and off one of the USB ports in case you're using the flashlight. There's a function for finding your Braven, which means it'll make a high-pitched noise. And also there's an SOS option for when you're using the flashlight. Finally, there is one option that is kind of interesting. It's bear mode. So in case you're worried about being attacked by a bear on your camping trip, you can put the Braven into bear mode, and as soon as it's disturbed by a bear or some other motion, it'll turn on the flashlight and make a high-pitched noise. It's not super loud, but it'll definitely get your attention. So as far as the battery, how does it do? I was able to charge my Moto X 3 times over with still a little bit of life left in the Braven, and I was able to charge an iPad 3 up to about 50% in a couple of hours. So as a battery, it works really well. Pros and cons. Number one pro is build quality. It feels really solid, it's water resistant, and it could definitely take a drop. Second pro is the software. It's simple to use and gives you a clear idea of how much battery you have left and allows you to put the Braven into bear mode. The third pro would be performance. Compared to other 6,000 milliamp batteries, this one does pretty well and charges devices fairly quickly. As for cons, the price would be the number one factor, as the Braven comes in at $129.99. which is pretty pricey for a 6,000 milliamp battery, but you do get a few other extras for that price. And another con is the accessories. It comes with one USB cable, and the flashlight, while interesting, I couldn't help feel like it would be better used if it was integrated into the case instead of being a USB attachment. So is the Braven a buy, try, or don't buy? Well, on the few camping trips that I did use this battery pack for, I would have to say it's a buy, because I cannot imagine not using it now. I would never had to worry about getting it wet or dropping it, and it does its job well, but it does come at a high price point. And if you're going to be camping and you want to bring along your iPad, the next product I'm reviewing is the Survivor Mossy Oak case for iPad 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gen. Now, the Mossy Oak comes in a camouflage color, so definitely a good accessory if you're going to be doing some hunting. And getting the case onto the iPad is relatively easy. It just takes some fiddling. So as far as iPad cases go, this one will definitely be able to take a hit. There's some big bumper zones on the edges of the iPad to protect it in case of a drop, and there are flaps that allow you to get to access the ports. This case is water resistant, so you don't have to worry about getting a little bit of a splash on your iPad. And as far as the protective screen on it, touch capabilities were fine. I didn't notice any lag, or I didn't have any problems using the screen, but one of the things I noticed is that it is a little hazy. Now, for pros and cons, really the main pro is this is rugged. You could drop it from a few feet and not have to worry about your iPad. But as for cons, it is super bulky, and the screen that protects it is a little hazy, so that might bug a few people. Now, for a buy, try, or don't buy, I'll give it a try, because depending on what you're looking for, this is probably the most protective case you could get for the iPad without completely putting it in a box or something like that. This has been Bryan Burnett for Before You Buy. Thanks for watching.